Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. Today, brothers and sisters, we want to stop at verse number 90, chapter number 16. Dear brothers and sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, throughout the whole Quran, He is addressing all the time our comprehension and our remembrance. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows that one of the tools of the test which we're in is the devil. One of the tools of the test is the temptations of this life. One of the tools is the calamities, the hardships. And during this whole thing, we tend to forget. We tend to forget the foundations. The foundations is very important, brothers and sisters. For example, get somebody who's starting or he's doing or he is trading stocks. If most of the people who lose their money are the people who don't know or they had an idea what to look for, and then when that target, they reached that target, they didn't take their profits. They said, oh, it will go up more. Oh, I can make more profit. And then suddenly you see the markets plunge and then they lose everything. So the whole concept is all the time, do not forget the foundation. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala throughout the Quran remind us about the foundations, because He knows that we have the biggest deceiver, the devil. He will try to deceive you. For example, somebody who's trying to scam people and tell them, okay, give me $100,000 today, tomorrow they will be, or in a month it will be 150. Okay? And you try with all kind of tactics to convince the person to do so. Here is the person who's giving out the money. He's been trapped and being deceived, and he forgot the foundations. What the foundation? What kind of business which will generate almost 600% in a year? No kind of business can do that. So these are the foundations people tend to forget. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala throughout the book, He says, وَالذَّاكِرِينَ اللَّهِ وَالذَّاكِرَاتِ. Those who remember the love of Allah, the rituals of Allah, the duties, the prayers, everything, there's dhikr, the remembrance, they're tongued all the time remembering Allah. Why? These are the foundation. You'll never see somebody who say, La ilaha illallah, and he's stealing. At the same time he's doing it. You'll never see somebody who say, La subhanallah, and he's watching something indecent. You're never going to see somebody who is saying, subhanallah wa bihamdu, subhanallah al-azim, and at that time he's, committing injustice towards anybody, hitting somebody or killing somebody or murdering somebody. It's never going to happen. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is remind us to keep remembering Him. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us the advice here in verse 90, and He says, please remember that, which is the establishing of justice, the adl, al-qist. Inna Allah ya'muru bil-adl. Allah commands justice. Because you see how you are walking You're walking on two legs. You have to create balance. That's justice. Two eyes equally. One can see to the right and one to the left. No, everything is made just. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have made it just. You see in the creation of the sun, the moon, the earth, they're all going through equilibrium in forces. All these forces are the sun's, the earth rotates around the sun in an orbit because of equilibrium. The moon have an orbit around the earth, equilibrium. Everything goes with equilibrium. All your chemical reactions, equilibrium, justice. The same thing what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us. He is telling us in a nutshell, the same way I have created this universe with justice, equilibrium, I want you to establish justice. Number one, towards yourself. What that means, justice towards myself? I don't harm myself. How I don't harm myself? I don't harm myself by disobeying Allah. Number one, I don't harm my health, which I am supposed to be a guardian over my health. I don't harm my eyes by seeing something I'm not supposed to see. By all of these things, I am committing justice. If I don't do all of these things, I am committing justice towards myself, where I put my eyes remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, reading His book, trying to see, trying to read, trying to learn, trying to seek knowledge. Because applying justice is not easy. And you need a lot of wisdom, insight, and intuition. So you have to be knowledgeable in order for you to understand Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's concept of justice. So that's justice towards yourself. Justice towards yourself, I want to highlight it at obedience to Allah. You're an obedient person to Allah. That's justice. Because He gave you, and He gave me, and He gave us so many things. There is no way, if we bring قُلْ لَوْ اجْتَمَعَ, if everybody came together, the jinn, the ins, the humans, and the jinn all came together to help you, to make anything for you, to give you, to bring the soul to you, the spirit in you which is going on you. How are they gonna get? Nobody can give life. The end of the day, after a surgery or after an accident or after doctors say, "Oh, it's out of our hands. We cannot do anything." That's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He creates, He give life, He give death. That's why the justice towards Him is to be obedient to Him. Worship Him. Say, Ya Allah, what you want me, Ya Allah, to do? And you do it. Ya Allah, how can, and you keep asking Him, how I can improve every day, how I can be a better and better and better and better. That's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's how you become just to yourself. Just towards your time. You have a management, time for work, time to seek knowledge, time for my family, time to do good deeds, volunteer, time. Structure your time. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time on things that won't help you. 3 hours, 4 hours game, or 3, 4 hours. Unless you're doing a good exercise to help yourself, that's fine. But watching a game for 3, 4 hours, or watching a movie for 3, 4 hours, unless it's something beneficial, you'll gain knowledge which you can apply it. So the whole idea is to be able to be just towards your time too. The concept of justice, brother and sister, it's a concept which a just nation, you see, the courts, they have to be just. Once a nation, once a system replaces justice with injustice, the collapse, the cracks will start to happen, and that system will fall. So the lesson we need to take, not gonna go through the whole ayah because we can spend hours talking about it. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He wants you to be just towards yourself, just towards others, just towards Him, just towards your relatives, just towards everybody around you, because that's the beautiful concept which He has established. The earth, He has established this life on earth based on justice. And He is telling us at the end of the ayah, remember it, because they will try to, the devil, those surrounding, the noise around you will take you away from applying that concept. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين.